Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. In the place to be. Mic check 1, 2. Let's see if this is better. I just want to test this new feature. What? Studio voice. Supposedly this is better, but it has a high GPU load, so not recommended to use with games, which is not good. But we'll see. We'll test. I'll look back on the VOD on this later and see this one versus when I turn it off, which is right now. So we'll see if that's better. Mic check 1, 2. And that's it. I'm just gonna watch this video real quick. Kevin Smith, every Jedi from Sith, every Jedi and Sith from Star Wars explained. I want to hear what he has to say about this.
And every Jedi and Sith. The Star Wars saga, movies and TV shows, encapsulate an abundance of epic American storytelling. This is our mythology, kids. We didn't come up with the Greek gods, the Roman gods. I think the Greeks and the Romans came up with them. But Star Wars, George Lucas, an American. This is ours. We're not touching the extended universe canon. There's way too much of that. So we're going to start off with Qui-Gon Jinn. Game, he only joined the franchise about 2
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn is the one I'm most curious about, actually.
decades ago. This franchise has been happening since, I think, 1642. It's one of the oldest movie franchises in the world. George Lucas
Are you serious? 1642? What are you talking about?
went back and made the prequels, man. So he introduced the ultimate Jedi, Qui-Gon Jinn, who, from the moment we see them in The Phantom Menace, him and a young Ben Kenobi, oh, they're badass. The Jedis have turned into superheroes, for heaven's sakes, man. They take long jumps, they run real fast, they can block many shots with a lightsaber. It's incredible. The presentation that we get of a Jedi, thanks to Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn. No damn good with a lightsaber, though. Got himself killed pretty easily. I mean, he good with it, don't get me wrong, but like Darth Maul, much better. Next up, Anakin Skywalker. We'd heard the name of Anakin Skywalker.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, in the Return of the Jedi.
Ceased to be Anakin Skywalker
Stay out of there.
and became Darth Vader.
And then in Return of the Jedi, we saw the face of Anakin Skywalker. And in that trilogy, that was poetic, very poignant. Then when George Lucas went back and did the prequels, he was like, you know what the story is? The story's about the little boy who becomes Darth Vader. We watch him go from a hopeful little boy, full of love for his mom, to a Tusken Raider killing psychopath. You know, you look at that movie where, you know, he comes back and he's talking about like, I went out there and I killed them all.
And not just the men.
And you were like, that's a little dark. Well, hold my beer, because later on, thanks to Order 66, Anakin Skywalker is going to cut children down with a lightsaber. Something that I honestly thought they were going to correct in Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought they were going to reveal that he didn't really kill those kids. He just had them all come over to the dark side. Because why would you have your main character be that fucking evil? He's a broken little kid. But unlike Batman, who's also a broken little kid who's like, I'm going to do the right thing, this son of a bitch, holy shit, did nothing right until the very fucking end. Now, you can have a whole ass conversation about Anakin Skywalker and not even touch the hem of the cape. Next up, the man himself, Darth Vader. Hands down, the greatest cinematic bad guy in movie history.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted?
The appearance alone is visually captivating. Not just for a child, for adults as well, but for a kid, like, we didn't know if he was a robot or not. Like, there was no internet, so you couldn't be like, is Darth Vader a robot or a human being? Everyone always hopes there's a little piece of Anakin Skywalker left inside Darth Vader, and you know, his son is the one that, God, I get so emotional talking about make pretend shit. His son's the one that was able to kind of deliver him. That's beautiful. Next up, Yoda, the king of the Jedi. Oh, we
Dude, this is good. I'm just gonna make me watch all the Star Wars movies again, dude.
all love Yoda. You know, Star Wars was a massive hit. Empire comes out, they're like, we gotta show him something new. And they gave him Yoda, a Muppet, for heaven's sakes, man. It came right from Jim Henson's Creature Shop, voiced by the great Frank Oz himself. This character captures the imagination, because he don't look like us. Every other character who's a Jedi you look at and you can compare yourself to. This is a magical creature. We don't even know what Yoda's race species is. We just know that, boy, oh boy, he controls the Force like a big bad way. And he's so tiny. He's trial size, he's fun size. And still, he can be that tiny and have that much power. Next up, Count Dooku, played by the great Christopher Lee. One of the greatest lightsaber battles in the history of all the Star Wars movies. Never gets enough credit. Everyone always goes for Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul for the Duel of the Fates and shit, but Yoda popping around the room and beating the shit out of Count Dooku, especially when he comes out and he's like, Count Dooku. Absolute bliss. Next up, Darth Sidious.
Look what you have made.
Or the Emperor, as we've always known him. Boy, this guy, he just sticks around, man. He's like gum on a shoe. Even when they kill him, they threw him off Darth Vader kills him in Return of the Jedi. You know, he's responsible for all this. Ultimately, Anakin Skywalker makes his own choices, but this guy is like, you know, the dark Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder being like, you know, it's better if we fucking have all the power. Don't hide. Don't be the Phantom Menace, be the Menace. Be a menace to society, if you will. Next up, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we get to split him into two. There's old Ben Kenobi, portrayed by the great Alec Guinness.
I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
And then, of course, we have Ewan McGregor, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels, and now he's playing him in the fantastic Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+.
Hello there.
Give it up for Alec Guinness, for heaven's sakes. He's your Jedi grandpa. Everybody knows him. He's familiar. Not much of a lightsaber fighter, as we saw from that final battle with him and Darth Vader. But young Ben Kenobi, young Obi-Wan, oh, just watch him fight. Look at him kill Darth Maul in the prequels. Look at him fight Anakin Skywalker again in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Next up, Mace Windu. Hands down, the coolest Jedi on the planet, got a purple lightsaber. What more you need to say about him, for heaven's sakes? This is Samuel L. Jackson. They really should have just named the character Samuel L. Jackson. Next up, Luke Skywalker. Oh, look, this is the only Skywalker you should ever give a fuck about.
Use the Force, Luke.
Skywalker, the original hero. This is the one that George Lucas carved from the writings of Joseph Campbell, the mythic hero. He's a nobody. He's a zero from a foreign planet. Fucking nobody knows this guy. He got no specific powers and stuff. He whines about power converters.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
And somehow the fate of the galaxy depends on him by the end of this movie. I know exactly what my favorite Luke Skywalker moment is, and it belongs most recently to The Mandalorian. Luke Skywalker shows up, and he does everything that you ever wanted him to do. He is the Jedi that you dreamed he would become by the end of Return of the Jedi. Takes people out left and right, just no problem whatsoever. It is absolute bliss. We were
I gotta
given
watch
the
that,
version
dude.
of Luke Skywalker that we always hoped that we would see. Hats off to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau for finally bringing him to that place. And boom, he gets there. He is a Jedi master. You dreamed he wanted him. Skywalker shows up, and he. Luke Skywalker shows up, and what my favorite Luke Skywalker moment is, and it belongs most recently to The Mandalorian. And
I haven't watched all that yet. I gotta finish it, dude.
There's something. Jar Jar Binks, though, is a character. I know
He's a Sith? What? No way, is he?
on the internet there's some people that maintain that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. I disagree.
Not a
I
Sith,
think
okay.
Jar Jar Binks, though, is a character that can easily be redeemed. Now, mind you, he doesn't have to be redeemed for everybody. All you gotta do is make this dude a badass killer in a TV show. Just give him Misa kills. Next up, Ahsoka Tano, who is a character who came from the animated series. As a character I absolutely love, not just because now she's being played by Rosario Dawson. She was the Padawan, if you will, to Anakin Skywalker. So just as Anakin Skywalker was a Padawan to Ben Kenobi was a Padawan to Qui-Gon, Ahsoka was a Padawan to Anakin Skywalker, and so she was tight with him while he was still Anakin Skywalker, and then, of course, we know eventually he becomes Darth Vader. And so their friendship, their bond completely splits, and there's an amazing episode of Rebels where Ahsoka encounters Anakin as Darth Vader for the first time. She hasn't seen Anakin in years, and it is incredibly powerful. It is emotional as hell because she's fighting like her best friend, almost a father figure.
Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Then I will avenge his death.
At one point, she gets the upper hand and she fucking slices his fucking mask, and you see Anakin. They just kind of repeated it on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fucking slices his.
Spoil everything, dude.
Just goes back at it. But Ahsoka was the one that could. With leader Snoke. This character was a mystery for most of the sequels. Like, some people were online were like, "That's Mace Windu." You're gonna find out that's Mace Windu after he got pitched out the window by the Emperor. He got saved, and they turned him into Emperor Snoke. Not true.
Fulfill your destiny.
The great Andy Serkis portrayed him, and Andy Serkis takes that motion capture stuff very seriously. It was unexpected, you know, because you're like, well, that's the big bad, and we're going to deal with him for all three. Holy shit. But we found out he was cloned and shit like that. Next up, Grogu. Let me tell you, every moment of Grogu in The Mandalorian is absolute magic.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it on it.
That doesn't speak. And he's bad. One of the
haven't
single
finished it yet.
best looking characters in a Star Wars movie, and one of the single biggest losers in all of Star Wars. One movie he gets where he's badass, and he's probably the best lightsaber fighter we've ever seen. Ray Park, who played Darth Maul, could do all sorts of flips and kicks. You got this incredible display of, look at the power of this Sith. And then he just gets fucking cut in half like a sandwich by the end of the movie, man, by Obi-Wan Kenobi. When we saw those posters when Phantom Menace was coming out, we're like, that's the new Darth Vader. And by the end of the movie, we're like, oh no, that's the new Wampa from Empire Strikes Back. He's in, he's out. Next up, Reva, the third sister. Wonderful origin story.
Don't want to see it.
Rey, or Rey Skywalker, as we found out at the end of the last JJ movie. She took that name. She's like, I'm gonna keep that name going. Great character. Some people online were like, how's she know how to do all this fucking Force shit? She just found out. Bro, rewind, watch Star Wars. How does he know how to do that fucking Force shit?
Use the Force, Luke.
God took down the Empire, like almost single-handedly, and he didn't know nothing. Just like Luke, she too doesn't know who her parents are. Her story, she don't have an Uncle Ben and an Aunt Beru to raise her and stuff. She traded and sold and shit like that. Pretty heartbreaking. Next up, Kylo Ren.
Dude, they weren't as bad as people made them out to be. I didn't like the way it ended particularly, but I don't think they were as bad as people made them out to be, and I'm going to rewatch them again.
Takes the, I'm not understood as a teenager
I like that actor, so I like that character.
trope to like the highest degree, to a murderous degree. Adam Driver is an amazing actor, so I'll watch him do anything. He's
Yeah.
the son of Leia and Han. And, you know, I shipped that relationship hard in the 80s. So, you know, I was happy to see, oh, the results of that relationship. In the books, they had kids as well, but in the movies, they got this one kid. And then that son of a bitch went and fucking killed Han Solo. He killed one of my favorite people. Like, look, you got issues, everybody got issues with their parents, right? We all got complaints, some more than others and stuff. From what I understand, Han Solo didn't do anything to this kid. Certainly didn't do anything you deserve to be killed by him, shit. So, Kylo Ren, you go fuck yourself. You robbed me of my childhood. There it is, my friends. That's the Jedis and the Sith we're getting to today. Now, mind you, there are many, many more that we didn't get to, and I can hear all of you out there on the internet right now going, you call yourself an expert? What about blank, blank, blank? Yes, it's a mainstream piece for people who aren't as familiar with Star Wars as you. Tell me in the comments how badly I did. I've been on the internet for 30 years, so I'm used to that sort of thing.
My puppy's being a good boy and he's chewing on his bone. Good boy, Kaiser. Good boy, Kaiser. Okay. I bet a scythe just feels like so satisfying to use, dude. Like you just fucking whoosh, 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 whoosh. That shit probably feels good. It's probably good exercise too. Okay, I'm gonna go play a game or something. What are all these notifications? I don't care about that. Maybe I'll play Fortnite. Let's see. Nobody's on I want to play with. I gotta quit smoking weed for a while, dude. At least a while. Sucks.
You look at that shot, I'm going from the computer to the floor. I kept hitting my face, and the take didn't work. And we were running out of time. So I went up to the stunt guys and I said, give me, coins here. Put pound coins in, and I hung on the cables to see was I level. It was also very physical, like straining them. Brian was like, one more and I'm gonna cut into it and do it. And I said, I can do it. So I went down, started the computer, went down on the floor, and I didn't touch. And I remember I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't touch. And I was holding it, I'm sweating, and then he just keeps rolling. And I just realized He is working it. It's like, we did it, we did it. I am not going to stop. And I just hear him off camera, and I start to howl, and he goes, all right, cut. You look at that shot, I'm going from the computer to the floor. I kept hitting my face, and the take didn't work, and we were running out of time. So I went up to the stunt guys, and I said, give me, coins here. Put pound coins in, and I hung on the cables to see was I level. It was also very physical, like straining. And Brian was like, one more, and I'm going to cut into it and do it. And I said, I can do it. So I went down, started the computer, went down on the floor, and I didn't touch. And I remember I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't touch. And I was holding it, sweating, and then he just keeps rolling. And I just realized he is working it. It's like, we did it, we did it. I am not going to stop. And I just...
It's funny. Good boy. Go outside and poop? Or did you already poop inside somewhere? Ow! Dick. Lunch.
The fog interferes with navigational systems and communication signals, so be prepared for a temporary disruption in travel routes. Keep to the designated paths and avoid remote areas where visibility is near zero.
Yell if you need a repair out there, okay?
Warning. Turbine use is not permitted in the launch area.
All is well?
Don't forget, former members of the Vanguard eat free today in the commissary. Please enjoy our fine Lucky Ducks cuisine, and we thank you for your service.
Warning. Cycle infestation detected. 13 hours until life support collapse.
Shield emitters active. Life support online. Reach coordinates received. I've got a good feeling about this.
This game's really not that fun. There's a lot of imbalance, and I don't know, I wasn't gonna play it anymore this beta test, but it's the last night, so I figured I'd play a game or two.
I'll steer the ship.
There's fun to be had, it's just like really imbalanced.
Shield device installed on the front. Raising shields.
Hostile AI. Great. Nice try. An oxygen vent.
Scatter cannon installed on the front. Probe sensor installed on the front.
Yeah, hold still, bro.
All right, room's empty.
You know, sometimes I kind of like you all. Sometimes.
What the hell?
My way, making supplies.
Probe duty.
Sniper cannon here.
Bro, I got a sniper cannon from a clan jet.
Ice asteroid here.
Get some ice.
Sniper cannon installed on the front.
Love making
Blowing
stuff.
Something interesting here. I can see a skunk or two
Whoa, what
out
have we here?
Probe duty. You kidding me? Something's here.
Ship, meat fuel.
Alright, let's do it. We're doing it. Action.
Raising shields.
I should go first.
This is installed on enemy ships. How? That's an upgrade.
I got a bomb gun from
This
another.
looks powerful and dangerous. Very dangerous.
Bomb cannon installed on the front.
Engineering,
Gonna
run
activate.
away. Ship, meat fuel.
Hey, what happened to my gun? Somebody else hold this thing.
Alright, get in. Let's go.
Feels like being back in
Probe's going out.
Target down.
We need to get some ice.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll steer the ship.
we should probably do that before we pick up the thing that shows everybody on the map where we're at and they all come to kill us, but whatever.
Feels like being back in the war.
Just lighting your eyes.
All right, what's next? Artifact is with me.
Lowering shields.
And another one. Nice try.
Oh, grab this ice with me.
Wow, the readings here are off the charts.
Raising shields.
Piloting.
Scratch one. Nice try. Finished. Who's next? So
There you go, grab
this
the ice.
is the artifact.
We need more resources. Hey, come on. Let's find ice. We got a hostile ship. Huh. Not sure what it is, but I got a surprisingly good feeling about this place.
Feels like being back in the war. Huh, got him.
On helm.
Lowering shields.
We should grab ice. Fuel
Target
over
down.
here. Ice over here. Ice asteroid here. Fuel asteroid here.
Raising shields.
And another one. Huh, got him. Action, perhaps.
Here's some ice. All right, where to?
Feels like being back in the war.
We need more fuel. Ice asteroid spotted.
And another one. Loot room's open. Oh, I hope we
Lowering
find
shields.
weapons. Artifact feels heavy.
Fuel over here. On helm. We should get fuel.
Artifact en route to Wildgate.
Artifacts on someone else's ship.
Artifact detected on board.
Let's get the artifact back safe.
Enemy ship detected.
That ship, enemy ship, enemy ship.
Raising shields.
Truck's ready.
There's a bomb cannon in the front and a sniper. Should be able to kill him.
Coolant ready.
At the ready.
Reactor coolant.
Firing position.
I'll take the firepower.
Bomb cannon installed. On the rear. Destabilized.
Shoot it, bomb, shoot the bomb. Fuck.
On Oxygen destabilized.
Yo, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Enemy ship
Too late, it's
detected.
sucking the life out of this place. Alright, where to?
Coming in hot.
Unit ready.
And I'm
Yeah, this is why you don't grab the artifact. Yeah.
Multiple hostile ships in range.
At a turret station.
Where even is the gate? I don't even know.
Multiple hostile ships in range.
hostile. Coming in hot.
Lowering shields.
Guess I'll
Can somebody go out and probe the gate so I know where I'm going?
Hold on, we got people in the ship. Hold on.
My kind
Hold on,
of
guys.
On helm.
check over here. Something interesting here. Watch out. Danger.
Raising shields.
Eliminated the hostile.
Probe duty.
Flying is so peaceful.
Something interesting here. Look.
Lowering shields. Artifact 1.5 kilometers from Wildgate.
We can catch up with the artifact.
Action.
Turret defense ready.
Scatter
Back over
cannon
here.
installed
On
on the
helm.
rear.
Action, perhaps. This turret wants to shoot. Something interesting here.
We're gonna need more boost to get there.
Taking a probe out. Scan the Wildgate for where we leave.
Reactor cooling.
I've used ice.
Something's here. Action, perhaps.
Artifact 1 kilometer from Wildgate.
Guess I'll probe.
That's interesting. Fuel over here.
This turret wants to shoot.
Make sure we're not getting sucked off by bugs too.
No enemy ship at the gate. We're good to go up there.
Artifact 500 meters from Wildgate.
I don't know.
Warning.
Raptor beam, anyone?
Oxygen destabilized.
Flying is so peaceful.
There's a ship right behind this rock.
Kidding me.
Raising
They're not coming
shields.
towards us. They're finding another ship right now.
Enemies close. Fine.
We should still start sniping and bombing them.
Leave.
Enemy turret.
Turret.
Hostile ships
Turret
in
needs
range.
some multi-tool magic.
Turret at the ready.
You want me to shoot this
There's
thing?
the Wildgate. You're welcome.
On helm.
This turret wants to
Alright, where to? Artifact safe with me. Flying is so peaceful. On
turret's
helm.
ready. Look out! Danger! Look out! Watch out! Look out!
Alright, where to?
In firing position.
Turret at
Keep
the
firing,
Ship coming behind
assholes!
us.
danger.
Signals.
At a turret station.
My turret's ready.
3%, that's all we need. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him!
This turret wants to shoot.
Go shoot him, shoot him!
On hill.
Firing position.
Wild gate for when we leave.
GG.
Wild gate open.
Why is it shooting me backwards?
Our turret's ready.
The fucking thing kicked me backwards. When it opened up, it pushed me back.
To shoot. There's the wild gate. You're welcome.
Wearing shields.
Enemy ships to the right.
Hostile ships in range.
Tell me how to
Yeah!
What is it?
GG. GG. See, that was fun because I won. Oh shit, my best friend's on. Well, the second half of my best friend. And my best friend is twins. So I have two. One of them's on playing some Fortnite. Well, he might be going to bed soon, so I don't know. He might be not down. 10:30 already, dude? Damn, I guess I gotta go to bed then. Yep, that's it for me for tonight. Short stream, but I just wanted to stream for a little bit, play some games. I'll be back on tomorrow, and play more. It's just like hard to find time to play games for 6 hours when you have a new puppy and you're getting up at 8 a.m. and dealing with that all day and have dinner and watch a movie and it's just like your day's done, dude. So, anyway, new puppy is a lot, dude. Kind of regret getting him, but he is a good boy and it'll be worth it when he's older. Anyway, good night. Have a good one. Peace. See you next time. Play some Switch in bed or something. Play some Final Fantasy fucking 10 in bed. That's what I want to do. Peace.